The city of Hradec Kralove, natural regional capital, is located only 100 kilometers east of Prague. Hundreds of thousands of town full of greenery lies at the confluence of the rivers Elbe and Eagle. The rich history of the city dates back to the past. The first mention of Hradec, Castle Hradec, is the width-up founding charter Opataris Monastery, which is to be drawn up in 1073. In fact, deed was up by nearly 100 years later, and cannot simply be a copy of an earlier document, as indeed, appointed King Vratislav II was crowned until over a decade later. The year 1091, then the Castle Hradec says Cosmas Czech, drawn up in the years 1119 to 1125. The year 1225 is the first written document, contract, resembles a city, civitas, Hradec Kralove, not to attribute that appears to the 14th century. This written document from 1225 is the first incontrovertible evidence of the existence of the Stranding Center. In the Middle Ages it was a dowry town of Hradec Kralove Czech queens, liking it found mainly Rečka Elizabeth and Elizabeth of Pomerania. Since the 14th century, it has become a city with a compact Renaissance historical core, natural, militarily and politically influential center of a region with a high level of education and culture. City under the White Tower, one of the most dominant in eastern metropolis, boasts and other Gothic, Renaissance and Baroque buildings, G. Centini, C. Lurago. Czech modern architecture in the spirit of Art Nouveau and functionalism is the work of world-renowned architect Professor Jan Kodera and his student Josef Gokar, whose remarkable urban concept still inspires admiration and was the inspiration for several generations of architects. It became an incentive for the Hradec Kralove is called Salon of the Republic. Hradec Kralove is an important transport hub, home to many offices, government institutions, banks and major industrial companies. The city is linked to the existence of 3 colleges, which annually provides thousands of students to educational opportunities in many fields. Students enrich life in many cultural projects and activities. Hradec Kralove on cultural events has significantly participated. One of the best regional theaters in the country, Klik Perovo Theater. World-class art institutions is a puppet theater Drac. The city is also Philharmonic Orchestra, which presents several concerts a week. Museum of East Bohemia takes longer. Building itself is a great Art Nouveau architecture Jan Kodera. Gallery of Modern Art is focused on Czech art of the 19th and 20th centuries. The Aldous Congress Center to organize attractive programs, cultural and social events including meetings of experts. Hradec Kralove here annually organizes dozens of international congresses and symposia. In town you can find hotels European standard, giant aquarium and many other cultural institutions. Hradec Kralove is also a major sports center with swimming pool, urban spa, indoor hall ice stadium, football stadium, swimming pool which also includes a campsite and many other facilities. Currently Hradec Kralove 9 partner cities, Gießen, Germany, France Metz, Dutch Arnhem, Slovak Banska Bystrica, of Croatia, Kastel, Alessandria, Italy, Ukrainian Cherniakiv, Chernigov and the Polish town of Wałbrzych and Wrocław. Hradec Kralove is characterized in that it has no significant industrial zone. The palette of classic industries are represented mostly medium and smaller businesses. From Hradec Kralove you can take trips up to 65 kilometers distant Giant Mountains or up to 40 kilometers distant Eagle Mountains. In the immediate vicinity you can visit many important castles. In Třebíčovice be viewed Probost world-famous nativity scene. The relaxation can take advantage of some of the opportunities to swim, ride on boats, surfboards, riding etc.